All right, I'm here with all the guys from Celtic Thunder, and we've had a terrific time viewing this program on public television. Folks are calling in and making pledges, but we have a little time for a few more questions. And I wonder, Ryan, I wanted to ask you, Phil Coulter has been doing this kind of work, a legend for so many years, and Sharon Brown, although much younger and far more beautiful than Phil, has done a lot of great work on her own. What is it like to work with these guys?
Well, to be honest, before we got involved in this project, it was like, Phil Coulter was the legend that everybody knows back in Ireland and further afield, obviously in America too. And you've been singing his songs for so long, and it was you were apprehensive, to be honest. It was nerve-wracking going into the studio the first time, but and with Sharon as well, because you know what she did with her past projects as well. But to be honest, they've made us feel really comfortable, from the start, from day one, and they're all part of this process as well. They've seen it from inception as we have, so they're 100% behind it. We're all 100% behind it together, and it's just they're so, as I say, so easy to work with, and they want it to work, and so do we. So I mean, you get to the stage where I think Phil and Sharon are like the sixth and seventh members of the band, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things that Sharon was talking about is creating a program that had a sense of manliness to it, and part of that, I guess, George, is the music about your father and also about a son. Talk about a little bit about that emotional manhood that kind of comes out in this music.
Yeah, I think that Phil had written a few of these songs, and the songs that I'm singing, they were written from the heart, from him.
Yeah.
So he was looking for somebody who had possibly experienced these things that happened in their own lives. And my father, who died, it was 4.5 years ago now, and I have a child as well, a daughter. I mean, luckily enough, I'm not in the same boat as Phil at the moment, with waving goodbye, I think, to the child, or staying for the child. But I know that within the whole project, he wanted somebody that wouldn't just sing the songs, but would relate to the songs, would be comfortable relating to the songs, would put real emotion across in the songs. And I have to say, initially I didn't find it as easy to do that, but the further I got on with these songs, they deeply moved me.
Yeah, and speaking of children and youth and youthful exuberance, of course, Keith, there's this song that Damien sings, Puppy Love, where all of the gals swoon in the audience. How is he handling all this newfound success?
I think he's handling it pretty well, to be honest. He's taken it like a duck to water, so he has. He's enjoyed it a lot, Damien. I think he was kind of nervous to start a bit, but not seen as a nervous guy, to say the least. But he enjoyed it really. He really enjoys performance, so it is.
Hey, Damien, what about that? That is a classic love song. Help me, please. What was it like to sing that in front of a Helix Theatre audience?
At the start, when I received Puppy Love, to be honest, I wasn't too fussed on it. I didn't like the idea of singing it. But when the choreography was introduced, and then the song started mending into me, it was a lot better. And then when it went on stage, and the reception I got for it, it was just extraordinary. It was excellent. So it was.
Yeah, and a great job on a beautiful, if contemporary, love song. And speaking of love and ladies and a ladies' man, Paul, what about this guy, the Dark Destroyer? Is this whole romantic aggression that he shows on stage, is that really Ryan, or is he just putting that on?
I would say yeah, and I'd advise all the ladies to avoid him. Come to me.
We caught now, is that?
That's what I would suggest. No, absolutely not. It's quite funny because Ryan would be a real gentleman, a lovely guy actually, and when he goes on stage, he just turns into this darker character because he's got a musical background, So it's quite amazing actually to see how he can almost transform into this other character. So yeah, it's great. It's a credit to him. Really, really great performance throughout.
Yeah, and of course, Ryan, I'm kidding you about that performance, and tremendous as it is. You're sitting next to a surfer. Does he bring that surfer sentiment to his performing, that kind of a laid-back vibe that he has? I'm getting right now.
I think that's just partly surfing is Keith's life, as he says, and his life is surfing. That's what we heard from the start. But the way he does, he strikes you from day one. He is that sort of chill back, chilled out, sort of laid back, guitar in one hand, and as he says, the surfboard in the other, if he could have it, depending where he is. But that's it. The songwriting comes with that as well. I think it comes through in his style of singing. Yeah. He's got his own unique style, and I think that comes across with the sort of with the whole surfing attitude and the way of life, I think.
Yeah, and all you guys are tremendous solo performers, musicians, some of you writing music, but coming together, making a tremendous effort on behalf of public television, and we're turning it around, and people are making pledges of support. On behalf of the audience, I want to thank you guys for coming to public television, bringing your gifts with you, and just having a great time with music of Celtic Thunder on public TV. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.